So I'm still working with playground sessions here, as you can see, a little bit of anyway. And we're doing the Game of Thrones main theme. So I had to go back a little bit because I really liked the song, but I got a little out of practice here, so I had to go back in my files and do an earlier version of what I was doing, or a simpler version of what I was doing. So we have a C minor, and we're doing bass clef, so you have to be in the right octave. This is fingers 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And your root would usually be, that's where the chord starts out from. Ooh, forgot we're bass clef. So your root would be over here. In this place where it's a C minor, it's a C, an E flat with your middle finger, and a G. Usually that's how they want you to do chords, unless there's a reason to do it otherwise. So in this case, that C is your root, and that's with your pinky, because you're in bass clef, so you're reversed. Usually it would be, your first finger would be your thumb on your treble clef hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. To G minor over B, which means it's an inversion, and we're going to leave the G because it tells you the chords up here and what the notes are, or what the names of the notes are. It says a B flat, a D, and a G. Because we still have this G from the C minor, we're not going to move it. That's going to be our little anchor. And then from there, we go to a B flat. So we have a B flat, a D, and an F. And again, we didn't have to move the B flat, so we're not going to, okay? Only move the ones you have to. Just pivot, there's a lot of pivoting, right, with chords like this. This is a really pretty good program, but I would suggest, if you were planning on buying it, that you can wait till Black Friday because you're going to get a really good deal. Or either that, or maybe you can complain, and if you have a music class or something and all of your students' friends want to buy it, maybe you can ask them about that. They're very responsive with their email. Can't hurt to ask. So you have C, F, and A flat for this F minor over C. And there's nothing that stays the same from the B flat to the F minor over C. Oops. And I perpetually am making that mistake. I keep wanting to hit the E, and the E is wrong. So in this case, they tell you to use 1, 2, and 5, not 1, 3, and 5, because of that, probably for that reason. And then you got to go back to the C minor, which looks like an A, but it starts with the C. A major, I should say. And then we have this one. To the B flat, which I am at already. Oh wait. Okay, just the thumb changes. That's right. And then everything changes for the C minor. So we're gonna try this again. I'm just recording this to for whatever. Well, I want my teacher to see that I'm actually playing something that's. He suggested an app. And while I have no problems with apps, I'd way rather do something like this because it's a little bit more interesting and labor intensive. Usually they have here's a G and here's an F, and it's okay. Well, I've been playing piano for a little while. I still suck, but that's never stopped me before. Don't let that stop you. Let's try this again.
1, 2, 3, 1, set, go.
Try to read ahead just like you do when you're reading a book. Don't move anything that doesn't need to move. Back to C minor coming up. Pulse 4. That's probably in the low 80s, if that. 85. Okay, so mid 80s. So yeah, I'm going to try it again. And when you get there, And, this will also tell you exactly what got right, exactly, I left a pinky that was a little slow there, and so it gave me a pink instead of a green there because the pinky was a little off. I should mention something about keyboards. They are not pianos. You don't have to bang on them. You will break the keys, especially on something like this. Now, this keyboard has been around since 97. So that's 97, 27, 17, 22 years old. I have never broken a key. That's because I don't pound on it. You're not going to get it any louder if you bang on it, okay? We have a volume control over here. You don't need to pound on it, and it's not going to help. So when they quit putting lead in things, the way the key comes in here, there's a little round thing that I don't know if it holds it on or what it does because I never broke one. But they don't have lead in them, and because the metal doesn't have any lead, I hear that makes them a little weak. I have no idea. But I never broke a key. Just don't pound on them. It's not necessary. It's no fun to get, an electronics engineer is 75 to look at it. I think it's 75. And then that comes off your balance, and then God only knows what to fix it. It's not cheap. It's usually about an average of $150. So you don't want to do that if you can help it. Just take care of your stuff. So my mistakes are the B flat. All right. That's a B flat coming in from the G minor to the B, and that damn F minor to the C. C, F, and A flat. Oh, C, F, not E. See, I keep wanting to do that. There. Okay, so I'm gonna try it again. See if we can get some a little bit faster. Once you don't want to go too fast until you got it, because I guarantee you it's gonna make things a mess. And it's not going to help you. So go as slow as you can stand, that's playable, and get it right, get it to 100%, once or twice, preferably, and then start speeding it up. You don't have to go all the way to 177 BPM right away. It's not necessary.
1, 2, 3, 1, set, go.
Back to the C minor, hold. Here comes the G minor. This is an inversion, I think. Just move the thumb to the F. Here comes that F. C minor, hold. Again. Well, we should be in the 90s. Let's see. Out of 100? 96. And my mistake is... So I put in looks like I made a mistake with that B flat in measure 16. I didn't play the B flat, the G hard enough. And again, you don't want to play hard. You just want to be solid about it. There's a difference. And again, with the F minor to the C. Now, if you make a mistake, you don't want to just kind of come in there and do one of those. So when I didn't catch the F minor to the C, which is that guy, to there. All right. Oh, see, I keep wanting to put an E in there, and that's not right. If you do this if you do the F with the second finger, the index finger here, that'll make life a little easier for you, because all you gotta do is pivot over, as opposed to trying to cram too many fingers in there. But that's, there's very small mistakes. But if you make a mistake, don't come in there and try to jump in there, because it's gonna ruin your score. So just wait till the next one, because you have another one in measure 22. And hit that one, firmly, the way it should be hit. And, so you're not making your score worse. So I'm going to see if I can get slow tempo here at 112, which should give us some music.
1, 2, 3, 1, set, go.
finally got that F minor over C. Back to C minor. Hold. Again. Just move the thumb for the B flat. Hold. And pulse 4 times for the C minor in the last one. And this should get us probably 90, I think. 84. Because I was too busy talking, not busy enough playing.
1, 2, 3, 1, set, go.
Your score tends to go a little bit lower when you speed up. Read ahead a little bit if you can. It's getting worse. Okay, I think we have 88, so it's slightly better than it was the last time. And my mistake is where? My mistake? B flat, okay. And so the commercials for playground sessions are very, what's the word I'm looking? Optimistic. They're very optimistic. They kind of don't tell you that it's a long process to get to be a musician. It's not to say that you can't be good. It's not to say that you shouldn't do it. In fact, it's very good for your brain. It helps you think, helps you relax, it helps you focus. I think that's what I think as a person with ADD. And it happens to be a lot of fun. I mean, I go to school and I'm like amazed that I get to do this in college studying. This is like the coolest thing in the world for me. Meanwhile, I have absolutely no use for Math 118 and physical science. They haven't come up in all these years of adulthood. I don't see what good they're going to be now for whatever that's worth. So you just keep going back and fixing the mistakes and making them better. And if you have to slow down to get them 100% again, then do that. You know, once you hit a wall, you'll know when you hit that wall because your score just, you know, goes all the way down and you're not making any more progress. Then your options are to either change the song, get up, move around, go to the bathroom, get something to eat, whatever, come back to it, take the dog out. Something else other than what you're doing. And I try to hit each one of these little files as at 100%. Which I'm not perfect at. I mean, you know. So yeah. That's interesting. I seem to remember the melody being a little bit different than that. But anyways, it's about time to move on to something else. I wanted to show to my professor and anybody else interested that yes, I do work on this stuff. although you might not know it from watching me play. But don't let that stop you. It's not necessary to let that stop you. Just keep at it and keep doing it, and eventually, you can't help but get better. That's basically how this works. But I see, just because you're not gonna be perfect out of the gate. It's not gonna happen. The people that you see on television have been playing for 10, 20, 30 years sometimes. And if they're children, well, they don't know anything about what they're playing, so you don't have any feel. Just because they're quote unquote technically good, that doesn't mean you have any feel. And feel is the most important thing, because you can't buy that at college. It can't be done.